The next process I want to talk about is compression and limiting. Here we're not talking about data compression as in making a file compact or taking less storage. We're talking about compressing the dynamic range of a signal. So whenever you have a signal that can be go very soft to very loud, and you would like to maybe have the soft part of the sound not quite so soft, you'd like to boost it up, of course you can do that manually, but very often it's interesting to automate that process so that kind of the full dynamic range is somehow compressed into a narrow dynamic range. Or alternatively, sometimes you have something with a narrow dynamic range and you'd like to kind of expand the range to make soft things much quieter and loud things much louder. So this is all done with various kinds of automatic gain control. And the basic algorithm is this. We take a signal in and measure the loudness, or actually the amplitude of that signal, usually using a root mean squared algorithm, which is just computing a kind of average amplitude of the sound. And then we take that RMS value and we do some kind of lookup on a curve, which is designed to either do compression or expansion or whatever we want. And then the output of that curve gives us a gain factor, and we multiply the original sound by this gain to come out with a new sound. You can do this in Nyquist by loading the library called compress, and there are two functions in there that might be useful. The first one is compress, which is a fairly standard compression algorithm. And the second one is automatic gain control, AGC. AGC is intended for long-term automatic gain control of the sort that you might find maybe in your laptop, certainly in video cameras, lots of recording devices for consumers. Rather than requiring the consumer to adjust the gain, they do it automatically. The AGC function has a rise time and a fall time, and it also does some look ahead. The compressor is designed for more fast-acting response, and it allows you to input a map which determines the behavior of the compression that corresponds to this box, this yellow box over here. And specifying maps is a little bit tricky, so there's actually a special function for helping you construct a map. I'm not going to go through all the details here, but you can look up the details in the Nyquist reference manual.